Hey guys, welcome back. Today is day 45, and today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials. So to add polynomials, we simply add any like terms together. Okay, so we start by arranging each polynomial with the term with the highest degree first and then in decreasing order of degree. Okay, and we group the like terms. Like terms are terms whose variables and exponents are the same, and then we simplify by combining the like terms. Okay, so in our example, we have 2x squared plus 6x plus 5, and we're adding it to 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. So we start out, and I like to start out by just getting rid of the parentheses. In this case, we're adding, so we're just going to add them, okay? It would become very important if we were subtracting, but right now we're adding, so I'm just getting rid of the parentheses. You can now group your like terms. I like to start at the highest degree, which is the highest exponent here. Okay, each term has an exponent. In this case, 2x to the second power is the highest degree. So we're going to start and we're going to group them. I'm going to take 2x squared and the 3x squared. I'm going to add those together. Okay, then I'm going to go decreasing order. So then I'm going to take the 6x, all right, that we have here, and then the 2x or minus 2x that we have here, and then the positive 5, which is here, and then the negative 1, minus 1. Okay, so now we ordered them, and we can simplify by combining the like terms. So when you combine like terms, you really just focus on the coefficient. So the coefficient in the first term would be a 2. 2 plus 3 is 5, so we would get 5x squared. We don't change the exponent at all when we combine our like terms. We're just, again, looking at the coefficients before the two of them. We got the 2 and the 3. We add those coefficients, and then it's x squared. I don't know why that happened. Okay, then we've got 6x minus 2x. When we do that, positive 6 minus 2 is 4, positive 4x. And then right here we've got plus 5 minus 1, 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, so we simplified and we are done. Okay, so we're going to continue on and talk about subtracting polynomials. So subtracting is very similar, with the exception of when you subtract, I want you to pay attention to where that minus sign is, because you're going to take every term inside the parentheses, and it's like you're distributing a negative 1. You're going to change the sign. Okay, so you're going to distribute the negative, all right? So you can see where you've got the negative 2y squared, then minus 2xy, and then a negative times a negative here becomes plus 3. So the polynomials are in decreasing order of degree, so we're going to group our like terms here. So 5y squared minus 2y squared, we've got our 2xy minus 2xy, and then we've got our negative 9 plus 3. So what happens here is 5y squared minus 2y squared is 3y squared. Okay, but the 2xy minus 2xy, they cancel out, and then we're left with a negative 9 plus 3, which is a negative 6. All right, so I'm going to do a few of these examples here. Okay, again, the answer key is on Schoology, so that's 45A. So some of you may decide it's easier for you to use colored pencils to group your like terms. Some people may prefer to order them. Okay, if you order them, just be careful you don't forget a term or make a mistake when you put them in order. Okay, so I'm going to show you the example with just ordering them. So I just put them in order. Now I'm going to group my like terms. 3x squared and 2x squared would be 5x squared. Now the 7x, there's nothing to group it with, minus 5. So we're done there. Okay, we're just going to combine our like terms, starting with the highest degree. So I'm going to put them in order. Negative 2x to the third plus 8x to the third plus 5x squared minus 7x squared. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Okay, I'm going to group my like terms. Negative 2 plus 8 is 6, x to the third, and then I've got my x squared, so I'm going to group these two. 5 minus 7 is a negative 2, so it's negative 2x squared. Now notice I didn't do anything. I don't change the exponents. When you're combining your like terms, the base and the exponents stay the same. Okay, moving on to our third example here. Okay, we're going to put them in order. So I've got negative 10x to the fourth okay, plus my 9x to the third, plus my x to the third. All right, and then I've got a nothing to the second power, but I have a negative x and a 12x. Okay, so now I've got them grouped in order. I combine my like terms. Whoops, actually there's just negative 10x to the fourth, so that's negative 10x to the fourth. All right, let me erase that. Here we go. Okay, there was nothing to group that with, but now with these two, we've got 9x to the third and x to the third, and that's how we get 10x to the third, because 9, and remember there's really a 1 right there. Okay, and then we've got a negative x and a positive 12x, so negative 1 plus 12 is positive 11. Okay, so that would be our answer there. Okay, we'll do the same thing with number 4. We start off when we put them in order, group them, 15x to the fourth minus 8x to the fourth minus 5x to the third plus 9x to the third plus x squared. Okay, our like terms, 15 minus 8 here is 7, so 7x to the fourth. Negative 5 plus 9 is going to be a positive 4x to the third, and then we have our x squared. Okay, I'll continue on. Number 5. And at any time, if you want to pause it and try some, that's a really good idea. So I'm going to start out with my x to the fifth power. So I got 7x to the fifth, I've got a 5x to the fifth, and I've got a negative 12x to the fifth. Okay, I've got a negative 7x to the fourth, and then another negative 7x to the fourth, or minus 7x. Okay, so when I combine them, I'm going to take 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 minus 12 is 0. So these all cancel out. All right, and we're left with negative 7x to the fourth minus 7x to the fourth would be negative 14x to the fourth. So in that example, we have just one term or a monomial that's left. Okay, all right, so we're going to do the same thing for number 6, put them in order. So we've got 4x to the fifth, okay, minus 11x to the fifth, plus 5x to the fourth, minus 3x squared, and minus x squared. Okay, once we get them in order, we combine our like terms. We've got a negative 7x to the fifth, and then we've got just the 5x to the fourth is by itself. We didn't have to combine it with anything. Okay, and then when we combine negative 3x minus x, we get negative 4x to the second. Okay. All right, so now let's introduce what happens with the parentheses. So when we have the parentheses, we're grouping. So here we're adding a binomial, meaning two terms, to another binomial. So when we are adding, you can just remove the parentheses and you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so 3x squared plus 7x. All right, I'm going to do the same thing that I did in the other 6 examples. I'm just going to put them in order. I start at the highest degree, and then it becomes easier to group them. Okay, again, you can match them up. You could use colored pencils. Okay, this would be 5 plus 3 is 8, so we get 8x squared. And then 7x and 2x would just be 9x. Okay, now with number 8, I want you to be really careful. This is where you have to pay close attention. All right, it's like you're distributing a negative. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this as 3x squared minus 7 minus 5x squared plus 6. Okay, now I put them in order, 3x squared minus 5x squared minus 7 plus 6, and I can group them. I end up with negative 2x squared minus 1. Okay. All right, and I'll do a couple more examples here. We're just going to go up to 10 on this video, and then you can look at the answer key for the other ones. I'll walk you through this one. 8x squared plus 3x minus 5x squared plus 6x plus 9. Okay, remember I distributed that negative. All right, now I order them. 8x squared minus 5x squared plus 3x plus 6x plus 9. We combine our like terms, and we end up with 3x squared. Okay, then we have plus 9x plus 9. All right, and the last example that we're going to go over today. All right, now we're distributing really just a positive 1, so we can just get rid of the parentheses. Negative 4x squared plus 5x minus 1 plus 3x squared minus 6x plus 8. I'm going to rearrange them. Negative 4x squared plus my 3x squared, so I'm grouping my like terms, plus 5x minus 6x minus 1 plus 8. Okay, so when I combine them, my negative 4x squared plus 3x is negative x squared. Then I've got 5x minus 6x, so I get a negative x. And then I've got a negative 1 plus 8 is plus 7. And there's our answer. Okay, so just kind of a quick video showing you how to combine the like terms. You should be pretty familiar with combining like terms. If you'd like, you can go ahead to the answer key to look at number 11 and 12 or try them on your own. Okay, when you try them on your own, you should have a final answer. Notice in this one, you're just going to distribute the negative to those two to the right. And here you would distribute the negative to both sets of binomials there. The answer for number 11, your final answer, should be, if you try it on your own, 12x squared minus 12x plus 4. And number 12 should be 3x squared minus 4x plus 3. Okay, again, all the answer keys are out there on Schoology. Thanks for joining. Bye.